What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Recently, I've tried out a couple of different Psycho Cut users saying it got its damage increased in this current season. Both Medicham as well as Cresselia were a lot of fun to use and very strong Pokemon, but I wanted to try the other end of the spectrum today. I'm going to try one of the squishiest Pokemon in the meta, Shadow Gallade. Now, this Pokemon, while it is very squishy, it has a lot of damage. Leaf Blade only takes 8 turns to reach, Close Combat only takes 10 turns to reach, and it's a lot of fun to use. While it is pretty squishy, I'm going to pair it up with Licky Licky as well as Corviknight to give it a little bit of bulk in the backline, so hopefully I can opt to use shields in the lead. Real quick, before we get into the battles, I want to say if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It does help out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But let's get into the battles and see what Shadow Gallade can do. First game of the day, kind of excited to shout Shadow Gallade. We'll see if we get a good lead. No, we do not. But that's... honestly, it's not a great lead, but it is going to be kind of playable over time here. Because the thing is, while that's not great at the start, Leaf Blade from Shadow Gallade is probably going to do quite a bit of damage later on anyway. So I'm going to just go for the Shadow Ball here. Guarantee either a lot of damage, maybe a shield from them if they want to protect it. Let's see what they do. They do let that go. That's a lot of nice damage to get. They're at 8 right now, so 1 past a Moonblast, 3 past a Meteor Mash, if that's what they end up going for. I'll no-shield this, because Licky Licky is not a Pokemon you normally want to shield. Oh, they do go for the Moonblast. They get the attack drop. That's not amazing, which means this Body Slam is not going to come anywhere near knocking out. But as long as I put this thing low, maybe I can open up my Gallade later on. But the fact they're staying in here does scare me just a little bit. Okay. Fortress on Volt Switch, actually. Well, I don't really have a great counter switch into this, do I? If this was on Bug Bite, I'd have access to my my Corviknight, but it's not. So I don't really know what I want to do. I'm actually going to just bring in Gallade here, which might be a really dumb play, but Sand Tomb's not going to do all that much damage to us, and I just have to hope that my Corviknight's not hard countered in the back, which honestly, it probably is not in a great spot in the back, saying there was that Clefable lead. Okay. Oh my goodness, wait, why did they do that? They're just gonna, like, I guess 2 shield farmers down. I went for an attempt at a CMP. I sure hope this doesn't knock us out. Oh, it knocks us out. What are they doing? I guess that works out pretty well for them. Yikes, that's a really bad thing for me to have done, because if I threw it after 1 more Psycho Cut there, I would have got 2 close combats off. Well, probably. Actually, they might have, like, Volt Switched me down, unless I went for a bait. Oh my goodness, this game's over. It's like, they disrespect a single, like, Talonflame or Fire type, but they're gonna get away with it here. Oh my goodness, I'm just gonna get debuff spammed. And, I mean, they're already pretty soft to Corviknight as well. I guess, well, Volt Switch Fortress isn't really. But I would imagine they have an answer to Corviknight in the back for sure. This is not looking good. I'll be the first to say, this is looking rather bad for us. Not the greatest showcase of Gallade in the first game. If they shield us, I'm so annoyed. Okay, they don't. Okay. Well, we saw the third Pokemon. That is a team right there. We are going to win this next one, I promise you. You gotta win this one. That first game was a fluke. Shadow Gallade is a perfect Pokemon with no flaws. I guess this is like kind of a neutral matchup here in a way, because my Psycho Cuts are going to be neutral against them. But like my charge attacks do nothing, which is not great. So I'm going to go for the catch here. I'm going to bank a full close combat of energy, because I don't want to Leaf Blade or close combat a Weezing. And I can easily survive a Sludge or a Brutal Swing here, actually. So now we know the moveset. That's actually kind of big. We know that they're likely going to be on Brutal Swing and Sludge on that Pokemon. Oh, and we go for the extra rollout there, because I kind of expected them to maybe throw an alignment. At least I was hoping they would. And they did give us a full rollout sneak. Payback's going to hurt quite a bit, but thanks to that extra sneak, I still get to 2 Shadow Balls before they're going to be able to potentially get an Air Cutter off. That's going to be big. Let's see what's going to happen, though. Do they shield one of these? I think they do barely survive both charge attacks here. But it's going to be kind of close. And the big question is going to be, if they do let this go, do I ever, like, consider shielding an Air Cutter and trying to farm down? Or is that stupid? I don't think it's that stupid. Is that crazy to say? Like, I have a Leaf Blade or a Close Combat on my Gallade, so going down shields here doesn't mean Gallade doesn't have play. If I shield this up, I roll out down, I get my Corviknight against that Weezing potentially, and the final Pokemon hopefully is actually going to be kind of weak to Gallade. They've been pretty strong against it so far. Oh my goodness. Well, they actually have 2 hard walls to Gallade here. That is diabolical. If we get a shield, I'd be so happy, but I don't expect it at all. Yeah, that's... Dude! Why are they hard countering Gallade? What did Gallade do to you, trainer? That's so annoying. It's fine. We don't need anything other than resisted damage here. Because, I mean, Leaf Blades are still going to add up. Oh, we get a shield. Interesting. And they throw on bad timing. Okay. I mean, there might still be play for us this game. I'm going to shield this up and try to get another Leaf Blade off if I can. Okay, hold on. They switch, which is also kind of huge. Because now I can bank even more energy. Catch another Brutal Swing. And so now I almost have back-to-back Leaf Blades. I can probably come out of this matchup with enough energy to get some damage into that Gourgeist. And as long as I'm careful here, I might have a chance. Okay, I think I lost a sand attack there. That's unfortunate. Like a one-turn lag happened at some point in the middle of my sand attacks. But that's fine. We don't need to be that precise here. I think we're in a good spot. But we'll see. Because there's always a chance that we're not in a good spot. And I don't like the sounds of that. I'm going to try to get to the point where I can go for a payback here against that Gourgeist. Okay, knock this out if we can. Because I think a payback guarantees a shield from them. And then 2 Leaf Blades might just be enough to knock them out. Like, I could go for an Air Cutter here too, but I think I want to guarantee the shield. So that's what we're going to do here. Big payback. We get the shield. And we're back-to-back Leaf Blade is back-to-back Leaf Blade. Enough damage to knock out the Gourgeist before they incinerate us down. It's going to be so close. Oh, I think we're fine. I think this knocks out. And we get the CMP too. They try to snipe us down before I get my next move off, but Gallade's too spammy. Please be enough, Gallade. Please, please, please. It's not, but since they CMP'd us, 1 or 2 sand attacks might snipe him down before I get incinerated down. Come on, Corviknight, please. It's going to be a really close endgame here. As long as we can sand attack him down, yeah, okay. Dude, can I please get a matchup where there's, like, at least 1 playable Pokemon for Gallade? Please, that's all I'm asking for. Alright, next battle. Can we please get a good lead? Please, please, please. No, dude! Why? Let's see what they're gonna have in the back. Alright. I don't love this. But, like, it's playable because they have to go for close combats here to knock us out. So we'll see. And I know a Shadow Ball doesn't one-shot the regular Annihilate, so there is a good chance they let it go, as we did just see there. Okay, we get a Body Slam off as well. This is good news. They probably have to shield this, right? I'd imagine. Yeah. But, like, the thing is, they know that at this point, I'd have to shield my Gallade if they close combat. Like, I'd have to double shield my Licky Licky, or, like, single shield my Gallade. So, despite going down his shield there, that's honestly not the worst case scenario for them. Alright, Gallade. Oh, what? Dude, are they actually triple strong again against Gallade? Is that even possible? Why would there be so many people that good against Gallade? This doesn't make any sense to me. It's fine. Shield advantage Gallade does not lose to a single Pokemon. Once this goes down, we're in a good spot. I'm so worried about a Wigglytuff in the back. Is that a chance? Wigglytuff in the back. That would be insane. Unheard of. Okay, they do let that go. That's helpful. We survived this Nightshade here. I'm going to no-shield this because I think shields on my Gallade is like the only way that I have a chance here. I can't really shield against a Corsola either way. Alright. We'll go for the Air Cutter. We're just hoping. We're just hoping at this point Gallade's not triple countered. You know, surely that's impossible. Is that, like, even good for us? I don't think so. 9. So they throw immediately here. The problem is I have to close combat this to knock him out. And they still have, like, a Rage Fist on the Annihilate. So, unless I can one-shot this... Oh, of course they boost. Unless I can one-shot this with a close combat, I don't think it matters. I think we do lose. We'll go for the close combat, though, just because we literally have to. We're Leaf Blading, because why not? Looks like that was a CMP here, too. So we should guarantee the shield goes down from them. Yep, okay. But, well, first of all, my defense has been dropped here, so they can probably just bring in that Corsola and destroy me. Or just swap out right then. Honestly, I think coming in with Annihilate there was kind of a risky play, because I could have swapped right then too. And then if I farm down the Annihilate, I can Leaf Blade the other guy. Man, that's another game. That's a third game of triple countering Gallade. Is that even possible? I don't think... Gallade's not that bad, is it? Alright, we gotta get a decent matchup for Gallade some point here. I believe in it. I don't think this is a good matchup for Gallade. I have to switch. Gallade would just get ripped apart by Dragon Breath, so we'll swap out. It's at least a playable matchup later on, but I do not want to stay in there, if I can help it. Oh, honestly, we bait out a Fortress, which, I mean, I don't necessarily love to see Fortress with my Licky Licky, but it's also not terrible, because I have a lot of neutral damage here with our rollouts and Shadow Balls, and they actually shield that first move. I guess realizing that it is a Shadow Fortress, they basically get two-shot anyway by Shadow Balls, so they don't want to be in a position where they have to shield baits. Alright, they do let that go, but I mean, I still survive a move here from the Fortress. I think I still survive a move from the Fortress, so if they don't throw back-to-back, I can be in a pretty decent spot here still. Rock Tomb, alright. I mean, yeah, I just have my next attack ready to go, so what are they going to do here at this point? I'm not sure. Getting both shields would be pretty nice. Honestly, I'm switching. It could be a really bad play to do this, but it could be a really good play too. Because getting an energy lead on Gallade can now mean that I one-shot things with close combat, and that does sound kind of fun. They Sand Tomb us, interesting. I'm going to Leaf Blade here on alignment, because I want to guarantee the knockout. It might be double resisted, but Shadow Gallade, I think, can still knock out here. Yes, okay, nice. If that Shelgon comes back in, I have my close combat I can throw. In a second here, that is. I do shield this up, I think, all the time. I don't like Shelgon into Corviknight. At least it's not an amazing matchup, so shielding that's not a bad idea. Okay, well, I mean, that probably just wins us the game, does it not? Shadow Close Combat into a Corviknight? Like, I know this is not the Shelgon taking this, so it will survive, but that's gonna do a lot of damage. Yeah. Let's just bank a Leaf Blade here, swap into our own Corviknight, and at this point, I think we're in a pretty good spot here. We have that Leaf Blade in the back. They have to double payback, and even then, that's not quite enough damage to knock us out. As long as oh, well, that's definitely not the play. Although they do get the boost. Which is, like, marginally annoying that they boost there, but I think that's still very fine. I'm going to actually throw this before I take a hard-hitting attack here, though. I want to make sure that we can, survive a Flamethrower still. We should be able to. It's a Shadow Flamethrower, though, so it is going to hurt a little bit more than one might like, but as long as I land an Air Cutter against this, I should be very fine. Oh my goodness! Well, that's not great. Now I need a close combat. Surely I survived long enough to reach it. What, dude? Okay, I completely underestimated Shadow Shelgon's Flamethrower. This is the worst. Okay, we gotta win this one. We gotta show for the Gallade fans that this Pokemon can work. Like, honestly, this lead probably is horrendous. Fortress is the only Pokemon we're seeing today. It is on Volt Switch, though, so I'm gonna stay in here for a second. Because, like, they're gonna have to respect a close combat. If they don't, they get one shot. And if they do respect the close combat, I get an easy shield here. What? Dude, like, how do you actually no-shield that? That's what I want to know. That is absolutely what I want to know. Like, that no-shield is the fakest thing that I think I've ever seen in my life. Because there's a good chance there that I just full send it. I could have one-shot you. Well, it probably wouldn't have been a complete one-shot, but you would have been down into, like, Psycho Cut down range at that point. Yeah, that's a debuffed move right there coming through against him. That's kind of crazy. But we get a bit of rollout energy against this. Potentially in the backline, my Corviknight's going to have some play here. They Sand Tomb us as well, so they don't even go... Oh, dude, I think we know what's in the back. I think we know, and honestly, we have play into it. I think it's a Marowak. I hope it is, at least. If they're lame enough to still have a Marowak. Why wasn't Bastion on the lead, by the way? Bastion on the lead would have been so much nicer. 8. Alright. Well, we'll see what they do here. I would love to be able to swap out after 3. 9. 10. Oh, they throw a little bit early. Smart play by them. Hate to say that against a Basti user, but, like, that is a smart play. 11. 12. 13. 14. They have a Flamethrower now. We gotta shield this up. I could have gone for a catch there, but I'm going to make sure that I have my options open in case they have another debuffer in the back to be able to clear a debuff. I'm fine investing a shield here instead. They probably shouldn't stay in here, though. Because, like, I can go Air Cutter and start fishing for boosts. If they no-shield this, which they likely do, then I can farm down after the fact as well. They're at 4 right now. 5, 6. Okay, we get the full farm down. What is in the back? Please tell me it's the Marowak. Please tell me they're just, like, running the old team. They are. And they try to go for, like, a catch, but I see that a mile away because I don't even know what they were doing. Now we just spam Air Cutter after Air Cutter after Air Cutter, and we hope for the best. A boost early would be amazing. Technically, after throwing 2 Air Cutters, you're more likely to get a boost than not. 2. I think I need 5 Air Cutters here to win this game. It's going to be close. Because Corviknight is spammy, but Marowak isn't a slouch itself. Okay, we actually get a shield. 5. Okay. Let's see what they do. They probably bait themselves here. We get a shield. We just win. We also got the boost finally. Nice. There we go. You know, Gallade might not have done anything this game, but Corviknight, once we got rid of Gallade, or the Fortress rather, absolutely diabolical in the back. I am not a fan of that team. I'm glad that it really sucks into Corviknight. Unfortunately, first set here, Gallade proved to be rather useless, if I'm being honest, but that's fine. It has a whole another set here to try to prove itself, so surely it's going to go better now. Next opponent. Let's see what we can do. Gallade, please win a lead. It's not a 1 lead. Although, I guess it's fine. Like, kind of. I'm going to just bank energy here. On the off chance they went for, like, a Bulldoze immediately, which, honestly, I wasn't, you know, unsure if they do, because Bulldoze would have done quite a bit of damage if they CMP'd on my close combat. They're at 8, so probably 1. Yeah, they go for that play rough. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so they're just staying in here. But I have a lot of energy left over on my Shadow Gallade, so if this Pokemon goes down, it's going to potentially be opened up for the backline. And honestly, the Psycho Cut damage that I did kind of puts us into double Shadow Ball range, so that's pretty nice. They're at 7, so they're dry if they go for the play rough here. And if they Bulldoze bait, they're at 2. So they are at 0. Okay, they come in for Alligator. So another team that's looking decent into Gallade. That is surprising. I think I just switch here to my Corviknight. At this point, I don't want to give them a huge energy lead. And I'm just going to go Air Cutter. Because if I'm being honest, I don't have a great way of finishing this off either way. If I Air Cutter here, we likely get a no-shield, and that does put them into farm down range. Yep. 9, 10. Alright. Is it going to be like an ABB, like hard ABB Water Ghost team with like Jellicent in the back? I could see it. I'm like almost tempted to shield here, but I don't think I can. But my problem is I don't know if I can roll out this down in 3. Oh, that doesn't even knock out. That's actually kind of helpful, I think, for us, maybe. Maybe kind of. Is it? We'll see. Because that Tinkaton is still around. And that's never fun. I think I have to bring this in no matter what. Dude. How many Pokemon wall Gallade? How many Pokemon in this game wall Gallade? It's gotta at least be like 20, because I've seen nothing but Gallade walls so far. I guess I should have close combated. Wow. And they shield that one. Yeah, okay, dude. I think, unfortunately for me, they probably do win this game. But I can try. I can try to keep going here. But the problem is, even if I get a catch-off, I think that Tinkaton's just going to be able to win the game. Oh, I just transfer the Incinerate, dude. Why do people not like Gallade, man? I'm surprised we haven't seen a single decent lead yet. Dude, we gotta get a lead with this Pokemon. I wanted to have fun with you, Gallade. Thank you. Okay. This probably not a great lead, actually. Just because they have Shadow Ball, and they likely are gonna bait us, and I don't love that. Okay, they come in with Togekiss, that is, immediately. Another thing that, believe it or not, walls Gallade. I don't have a great answer to this, at least not a Pokemon that consistently shuts this down. So, I'm going to bring in Corviknight and just play out the Zero Shield matchup, which I know is a way to at least win some shielding scenario against them. Licky Licky takes super effective from Aura Sphere, so that's why I didn't want to come in there. But I do basically get two-shot, unfortunately, by this thing. And I think with the energy lead that they have, they can actually maybe get 3 Aura Spheres off against me first, which is not great either, but that's fine. Because we just need this thing whittled down, and surely there's not a secondary answer to Corviknight in the back. That would be kind of crazy if there was. That'd be crazy. Or, to Gallade, rather. Would there be, like, 2 answers to Gallade on the same team? I don't think we would expect seeing that. Oh. What? They let us get this off. Thank you, I guess. Wasn't really expecting them to let me get a shield advantage here. Okay, I'm going to switch so I can Psycho Cut down and get a bit more of an energy lead. If there's a flyer in the back that I can at least close combat, like a, I don't know, Fearow or something, maybe there's still some play here. Oh, they let that go entirely. Maybe they were bluffing. Maybe they're not actually strong against me. Okay. Okay. Like that, for example, is not exactly a Pokemon that I'd say is good into Gallade, but it does have some play. Because I have close combat here, that's going to hurt a lot. Yeah, we actually see a no shield, and they throw on alignment just for kicks. Interesting. I think the play here is going to be try to bank this energy if I can. I'm going to close combat to guarantee a shield if I can. I don't know if a Leaf Blade's enough to knock out. It is double resisted by both the steel and that flying typing, so that might be a bit of a throw to do that. Oh, we get a knockout there, actually. That's kind of big. Because now there's a Licky Licky that not only has to knock out my own Licky Licky, but I have some more fast move pressure on my Gallade, as well as my Corviknight, and I might even get another Leaf Blade this game. There's a chance at a Gallade win here. That'd be crazy. Okay, they don't like Earthquake or Hyper Beam us. That's step number 1 of not completely losing the Licky Licky mirror. They're at 3, so they're dry now. 3 away from their next move. But I should survive 3 body slams and get 3 off myself. And then I can stand attack and hopefully Psycho Cut down after the fact. They're at 4 here. So keep in mind there is a funny thing called a 2-cycle with the rollouts plus the body slams, where the final one, like the 4th body slam, only takes 2 rollouts to reach, which is actually a little bit crazy. Body slam's gonna hurt a little bit, but we do survive that. And we can see I do survive the next body slam. But the problem for them is I have more Pokemon for more fast move pressure, so while I'll survive it, they might not survive the fast move pressure after the fact. Alright, body slam once again. Likely going to put them down pretty low. I have my next one ready to go as well. What are they going to do? They don't have much of a choice in the matter. They have to take the damage. But do they throw a body slam as quickly as they can here? Or do they try to, like, farm us down? I guess farming us down is probably their only real chance at winning. But I got the extra fast move pressure before heading in this matchup, so I think we're fine. If they have back-to-back body slams, that is the scariest thing that could happen, because they might be able to snipe down my Gallade before I Psycho Cut down, but then my Corviknight might be able to stand attack down. They were not quite there, though. Gallade actually gets a win. Alright, let's hope for more games like that. Alright, we got our next game. Gallade in 2. Oh! Okay, so we're just playing the roulette of what walls Gallade the hardest today. I did not realize so many different combinations of typings can wall this Pokemon. Honestly, it's kind of impressive. With that said, they don't even chip and dip us, really. They just give me a big energy lead on Licky Licky, which hopefully will allow me to flip this matchup. We'll see. 5. Alright. I need to get 4 body slams to knock out Dunsparce. It is a little bit bulkier than Licky Licky. But I think we can do it, because they gave me a massive energy lead, right? Yeah, I'm only 2 away from my next move. They should be 3 away from theirs. So, yeah, I think we're able to either get a shield advantage or maybe just win switch guaranteed. We CMP. And at this point, if I get my Corviknight into that jump love, that is just nasty. Yeah, we win that CMP. That's good to see. I think there's, like, if you're crazy, you can run, like, an attack-weighted Dunsparce that does win this CMP. I saw that during the EUYC meta once or twice, which I'm honestly impressed that was even possible, but I would imagine you have to run a pretty bad Dunsparce to do so. We body slam, we get his shield, okay. I mean, I think the play here is always just shield this up myself. I don't know if I can roll out down, though, before they get another move. I, unfortunately, have been talking too much I think I can, right? Nice. Okay, that's huge. So my counts weren't as precise as I would have liked, but because we still have a shield left over, and we win switch advantage, and we get a Shadow Ball into the jump fluff, who's now at 4 fairy wins, we should have some play this game, unless there's, like, I don't know, a second hard counter to Gallade in the back. Who would have a second hard counter to Gallade? They're at 6. Okay, what is this? Oh! Okay, finally! Finally! Yes, the pacing of Gallade. Just you watch. Straight force to getting to Leaf Blades have never looked so sweet. Alright, Leaf Blade. No, they don't give me the one shot. I think I could technically go for a close combat now, but I'm not going to risk it. I think I'm just going to go for the Leaf Blade because there's always a chance that I'm really terrible with my counts, and I think Leaf Blade basically knocks him out from here anyway. At the very least, it's going to guarantee this thing is in air cutter downrange, and that's all we really need to win this. Leaf Blade, how much do you do? Yeah, that's that's quite a bit of damage, not going to lie. Alright, Gallade, you've done good enough. Not, like, you didn't really do good. Somehow you almost got fast moved down by a Walrein, but, like, you did good enough, and that's all I can ask. And now we just spam air cutters, and we should be fine. I think they just CMP'd us there, which is a play for sure. Like, back in the day, Jump Bluff actually had a little bit of play into the old Corviknight moveset when it was double nukes, but air cutter's just so spammy that it's way easier to finish off a Jump Bluff. And non-shadow acrobatics especially, like, that damage output's kind of sad. There we go. Our 100th win? Okay, Gallade, you might just be the best Pokemon in the game. Alright, next battle. Let's see what we can do. Gallade, please stop losing the lead. Maybe I should take what I can get here. Maybe I should just stay in this. I guess this time it is a non-shadow, so how much should Dragon Rest do? Quite a bit. But actually, Psycho Cuts are doing a lot to them as well. I wonder if I could get to 3 Leaf Blades in this matchup if I stay in. But do I really want to? That's the real question. I'm just going to swap. Yeah, my HP is like at half already. That's kind of crazy. Alright, they're at 16, I believe. So 6, I guess, after the Twister. 4 away from their next move. Yeah, big Twister. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so they throw immediately. It's really nice to see that they're, like, not building up energy and saving that for the backline, because I don't love Shelgon with my team. I don't have a hard counter to it. The best thing, though, is my Corviknight, once this is gone, likely has play in the backline, because a lot of these Shelgon teams that I've seen have steals in the back, which, like, makes sense, right? Oh, that's actually kind of annoying. But I think I can farm this down with Corviknight before they get a Flamethrower. I think this is only a Twister. They do see my full team, though. Could be on, return. It is Purified. Yeah, just a Twister. So we survived that pretty easily. Oh, wow. They come in Shadow Empoleon? Dude, these Sand attacks shred. Alright. I think the play here is just go for the payback almost immediately. Because if I knock this out, then it's going to be a 2-on-1 in the backline. If they shield this up, then I can probably have some play with my... wow, they let that go. Oh! It's yet another hard counter to what Gallade can do. Crazy. Insane. I cannot believe what I'm seeing here today. 6, so they're out. 1, 2, 3. I think I need to get a bait off here to have any chance. Why are there so many Pokemon in the game that shut down Gallade? I needed to go for the air cutter. Now I lose for sure. If I went for the air cutter, this might be Leaf Blade range. I was so close to getting the payback off. Please, just don't throw your energy trainer. Let me get the close combat. No, dude. Yeah, I think if I air cutter, that might have been Leaf Blade range. That's on me. That one's kind of on me. I was committing to the payback, and then I realized I wasn't going to get it. But then it didn't matter. Sacred Sword, like, one-shots us, and now my defense is dropped. So the only way of winning this, well, it's a tie. I could maybe get a tie if one Psycho Cut knocks out the Empoleon. They one-turn lag! It would have been a tie, but we get the win because we're just so good at this game. I have never been so underwhelmed by a win in my life, honestly. Alright, Gallade, you've got to pick up the slack, man. You've got to... My pep talk is not working. So, We'll swap to Licky and hope for the best. Okay. So, not a great matchup to see necessary for Licky, but not terrible. I can play around this. Ah, my goodness, dude. Why can I not just win a lead and then RPS the backline? Like, normally I get at least one of those in 10 battles, but I'm not getting a single one, which is kind of crazy right now. I'm going to shield the first move because it's likely a payback, right? Dude, I swear I hate everyone. The air cutter bait? That air cutter is so bad for them. Like, if I no shield that especially, they are in so much trouble, it's not even funny. Maybe it's a little funny, actually. Alright. Whatever, they're smart beyond my years. They're the seasoned Go Battle League expert. I'm just, an apprentice here trying to get stuff done. Luckily, I do get 2 Shadow Balls off here, or 3, I guess, now, so both of their shields, potentially. Oh, or a knockout there, I guess, works too. They could bring in that Dusknoir again. I hate their confidence. I hate that they're like, your Gallade has no play, and, I can see why. Why did I think this was a fun Pokemon today? Why did I think Gallade would have any play? I do not understand what my thought process was going into this. I can't give him a farm down. Honestly, I probably should have switched to Corviknight immediately. But I didn't, because I'm old, I'm slow, I can't react to this. I think I have to let this go, honestly. Like, my one way that I can see myself winning this is if I can somehow reach a payback into that Dusknoir and then a Leaf Blade. But yeah, they just stay in here. That's actually a pretty smart play. If they shield this up, I can win. I don't think they shield this up, but I'd be so happy if they did. No, okay. Okay, well, we go for the one win con that I can see, and that's going for the air cutter, hoping for a shield. It is a boosted air cutter, so it will do it. Wait, we do get a shield there. Is that not just the stupidest play they could have done? They don't astonish me down in 3. So, like, how much does this do? Please tell me they just threw this game. Please. Dude, I have had it with Gallade. Yeah, we win. This Pokemon is not a great Pokemon. Don't try out Gallade. But thanks to some interesting games there, we actually had a pretty positive set. For some reason, somehow we got a 4-1. Don't try this at home. Don't try this at school. Don't even try this, like, on the way to work. Don't try this anywhere. Terrible Pokemon. Kind of funny how many leads we lost. Like, I'll admit, a little bit of comedy to that, but, like, it's also just diabolical. Man, I don't even know what to say. We lost so many leads in this video. It still kind of worked out, but I'm going to be honest, a lot of these wins were just by the skin of our teeth, about as close of games as it could get. I don't think Shadow Gallade is honestly going to be that good. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.